Welcome everyone to Train Tuesday. I'm your host Jim Wiggin with Athearn. So glad to have you on board. If you like the content that we deliver on a weekly basis, please do us a favor, like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you're notified every time a new video like this drops into the channel. Also, go ahead and place some comments in there. I try to answer as many as possible. Admittedly, I don't get to them all, but I try my best to get 90% or more of those questions answered. And as always, please remember that anything that we talk about on this program, there are links in the video description below. Those links will take you to the original announcement, which is a PDF that you can download, as well as a link to the actual models that are for sale. Now, for this episode, we're going to be talking about the Athearn Genesis 13K acid tank cars, and this time in HO scale. Now, you may remember we did these just recently in the Athearn Genesis N scale line. Well, this time we're going to be talking about the HO scale variant. So if you're a fan of the 1/87th scale, then this is the episode for you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with another Athearn Train Tuesday. These were originally announced back in January of 2024, and they generally mimic the same roads and road numbers as their N scale counterparts. However, if you want to see this in its entirety, you can go ahead and download, and by selecting the link in the description below, it will say original PDF announcement. But let's take a look at the actual models. Now, these are all going to be relative, pretty much modern cars. There's one exception, but if you're a modeler of the 2000s, we've probably got a car for you. Coming up first is Union Tank Car. This is a 2005 era car. We're offering it in three different singles. The one single that you can see on your screen presently, as well as the two listed. Now we're also doing 3-car sets of these as well. And you can see the road numbers there, as well as the PDF announcement located in the video description below. These are perfect for you guys with shelf layouts that maybe have some type of chemical industry that you want to switch out. These cars are nice and short, so they work great for someone with limited space but wants to model in the modern world. Procore is next. This is a 2014 era car, really sharp looking car. And I want to remind everyone that these cars do have rotating bearing caps as well. We're offering this in three different road numbers in the single, as well as a 3-car set. So for you guys that want to build some unit trains, you can certainly do that. You don't have to worry about duplicating road numbers because we've taken care of that. You can see here, as well as the PDF announcement, that there are no duplicating road numbers. South of the border fans, we do have Ferromex here for you. This is a 2000 era car, and once again, you're going to have 3 different singles as well as a 3-car set, and again, non-duplicating road numbers. Rodea comes in next. This is a 2002 era car, and it too will have 3 different road numbers for singles as well as a 3-car set. Our Sarco Incorporated, this one is a little bit earlier. This is 2000. You can pretty much tell it's an earlier car because you don't have those conspicuity stripes on there. But again, we're going to be offering this in 3 different singles as well as a 3-car set. Now let's talk a little bit about the features of these models. These are Athearn Genesis, so they're going to have loads upon loads of details. So keep in mind some of the details I have on your screen presently that we're going to talk about are just a fraction of the details that are included with this model. In fact, you can go ahead and look at the original announcement in the link below and see all the different details that these models have. But to cover the top, we've got 2 different body phases. There's an early and a late style. There's also etched metal walkways. Different top platforms as appropriate by the prototype. They are designed based on what our Athearn PD team has found in their research. Different brake systems, and that's again based on the appropriateness of the prototype. Separate wire grabs and handrails. Different end sills as appropriate, again per the prototype. And the trucks do have animated roller bearing caps. Also, there are two extras included in each box. So if you do tend to lose one of those bearing caps, there are two replacements in a small poly bag in the car. Also, keep in mind, if you look up the item numbers for these cars on the Athearn website, you will be able to look on the product page and see an exploded view of these cars. Now, if you're wondering what the radius is on these cars, the minimum radius on these is 18 inches. You can probably guess why. They're pretty small cars. However, it doesn't matter if you've got a small 4x8, maybe a small switching layout like I have, or a large layout, or you run Freemo. You can run these very easily on a minimum radius of 18 inches. Again, you can see the complete details by selecting the link in the video description below for the original PDF announcement. Now, depending on when you're watching this video, these may be available right now at your dealer. If you pre-ordered these and you're watching this video as it's coming live tonight, then you may have already heard from your dealer saying that your pre-orders are about to arrive or are already in stock. If you didn't pre-order, you may be hard-pressed to find some of these cars. Some have already sold out. Now, Athearn does pre-orders for business reasons because we simply want to make sure that we're going to be able to produce enough models to make it economically feasible to do so. If we don't get enough orders, we tend to just cancel those orders. So it's always a wise idea for you to talk to your Athearn dealer and make a pre-order on those cars. Likewise, if you didn't make a pre-order, you probably should contact your Athearn dealer now. You may be lucky if they ordered some more over their customer pre-orders. You might be able to get one, maybe two of these cars. However, I will say they sold out pretty quick based on the evidence that I've seen of what's coming into our distribution center. So either way, call your dealer. And with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at these in detail on the layout. All right, we're back at the layout here. Today, the guest of honor as far as switching duties is CSX number 4300. This is, of course, our recently delivered GP39-2 with new lighting features, including number boards. And if you buy the D&H version, it will have working class lights as well. So we're going to switch out a couple of these acid tank cars here on our siding. We'll go ahead and get started. Now, as that slowly pulls into view, I also want to remind you too, these come standard with the McHenry couplers, but they're double shelf style couplers based on the prototype. As far as I know, there aren't any aftermarkets available for that. If there are, I'm not familiar with them. But if you want to change these over, you certainly can do that. And just out of view is the turnout. I'm going to throw that turnout to our siding here, or to our spur. Now, all that printing that you see on there, all those warning labels and such, that is legible under magnification. All right. Got our tank car here coupled up. pull him out. Now this layout is just 2 4-foot modules, so a total length of 8 feet. You can see how these cars negotiate the track. Now this is code 70 microengineering track. So you can use this on code 83, code 100, doesn't matter. The metal wheel sets have the RP25 contours. You shouldn't have any issues with any manufactured track. Once fall gets here, I'll probably finally start painting and ballasting this track. But with summer here, I've been pretty busy with some other things. You're going to see 4300 back up here on the main. Just out of view is the rest of the train that it's going to connect to. And then we're going to go ahead and spot the Union tank car. Now, both the GP39-2s as well as the Etched tank cars, depending on when you're watching this video, they may be in stock now. If you pre-ordered these, you might even be enjoying them now. If you didn't pre-order, contact your dealer right away. Both of these models are selling out quick. Also, don't forget, on the product pages of these tank cars, as well as the 39-2s, there are exploded views that you can download. They're a PDF format, so you can download those in case you lose the instructions. Or if, since these are Genesis, they can be delicate. You may have lost a part. You can use that as a reference to talk to our service guys, and they'd be more than happy to help you. So again, check with your dealer. It all depends, since we are pre-recording the Train Tuesdays for the summer. It just depends on when you're watching this. They should be in stock early to mid-September, or they may already be in stock as you're watching this video. Well, that is all I have for you on this episode of Train Tuesday. Check out these new acid tank cars delivering to your Athearn dealer now. Until next time, I want everybody out there to be happy, be healthy, be safe, do some good modeling, and above all, high greens. Take care, everyone.